Okay, cool. How's it going? We are in textbook 2, unit 3, lesson 2. And today, I want to talk about how to, as you can see here on your screen, make a negative request with the knife form. In the last lesson, lesson 3.1, you learned all about how to make the knife form. I'm going to review a little bit of that with you first. Then we're going to show you how you can ask someone not do something using this knife form plus de kudasai. Let's go ahead and have a kind of review a couple of things. First, like knife form. What is the knife form besides the fact that it just has like a nai in it? Well, knife form is basically the same thing as like masen. It is non-past. It is negative. And so this is stuff that applies to specifically verbs. So when we think of verbs, we got to remember that there are 3 different types of verbs. We got jidan, doshi, godan, and the fukisoku irregular verbs. Ichidan verbs are those ones that end in iru or they end in eru. I would say the most common example is taberu. Godan verbs are pretty much all other verbs. They can end in a number of things, but there's only 2 kisoku irregular verbs, and are suru and kuru. Last time, in the last unit, you learned about how you can take an ichidan verb and remove the ru from its dictionary form. You'll get tabe. And then from there, you can add nai, giving you tabenai, which means like I don't eat / I won't eat. So, like, for example, niku o tabenai means I don't eat meat, or I won't eat meat. Means both. Let's now look at the same process for a godan verb. Let's use what would be a good one? Let's say to like hang out with someone, to like have fun, like asobu. Some textbooks translate this as play. I don't really like saying that it means to play because like we say to play something in English, right? Like to play video games, to play sports. But you can't use asobu with sports. You can't use it with video games. Those all use the verb suru, which is actually our kisoku, our first kisoku irregular verb down here. So hey, while we're down here, why not just show you real quick how you can take suru, and you have to memorize this. There's no pattern for it. It just becomes shinai for the nai form. And so if you want to say like, I don't play tennis, that'd be tenisu shinai or tenisu o shinai. You can have the particle o in between there if you'd like. However, as for asobu, the final u vowel on asobu is going to be switched out with an a vowel, giving us, asoba. And that's kind of the first step when using these godan verbs. So let's go ahead and write that, asoba. And then that's what we add nai to, so asoba nai. That means I won't or I don't hang out. So we have tabenai, I won't, don't eat. And we have shinai, like I won't or I don't do. The last one that we absolutely need is to see how kuru, for to come, comes konai in the nai form. Now, once again, this should all be like review from last time. Let's now show you how you can then take the nai form here and turn it into a request for someone to not do something. It's like super easy. Just 2 steps that we need. The first is add de. So we'll say nai form plus de. And that's already like a negative command. So if you say, if we use our first verb, taberu, tabenaide, that means don't eat it. I wonder what it is. Whatever it is, don't eat it. We do the same thing with asobu. We get like, don't hang out. I don't know the context when you necessarily want to say that, but it would be asobanaide. Like, that also could mean like stop messing around though. Stop playing around, in other words. Don't play around. Then we have suru. Shinaide means don't do something. And then konaide means stay away or like don't come here. Technically here is not included in the Japanese sentence, but it would be implied that that's what this means. Konaide! Yeah. So let's go ahead and, add in the next part. Because we're not wanting to just make negative commands. What we have here. That is a key takeaway though, so we'll say takeaway number 1. Negative command. Nai form plus de. Now takeaway number 2. Negative requests. So basically the only difference between the negative command and the negative request is where they stand on the politeness register. In other words, like everything that we're going to be saying now is just a step up in politeness. So this is a better thing to say to people who you have to show respect to. However, you can just say naide to people who you're good friends with or related to. So let's go ahead and look at how we can make these negative commands negative requests. It's really just as simple as take the negative command, naide stuff, and add kudasai to it. So please don't eat it would be tabenaide kudasai. Please don't play around would be asobanaide kudasai. Please don't do would be shinaide kudasai. Please don't come here would be konaide kudasai. And so on and so forth. Let's check out the examples that the textbook has for us here. So we're going to read this first one right here. It is, 宿題を忘れないでください. Please don't forget your homework. Then we have 教室で帽子をかぶらないでください for please don't wear your hat in the classroom. And then our third one is 英語で話さないでください for please don't speak English. Now, that is pretty much it for this lesson here. I'm going to take this problem here from the textbook and put it in your assignment, so please check that out. But yeah, no, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time in the next lesson. じゃあ、またね!